Good morning. The sun hasn't yet awoken. What am I doing out at a time like this? Oh, and yeah. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about all things having to do with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and his beautiful wife, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Guess what time it is right now? It's time to get back home and check the internet to see what's new with Harry and Meghan. Good morning, my darlings. Oh my gosh, what time is it now? It's not bad. It's 6:35. Okay, so I'm on Vanity Fair and just looking for news about Meghan and Harry. And so there's this story in Vanity Fair dated yesterday by Erin Vanderhoof, where she talks about the trope that Meghan Markle didn't Google the royals before she the royals before she married Harry or whatever. And so apparently a lot of people think that she lied. Of course she Googled the royals. I actually find that to be a little bit silly, this whole idea of she Googled the royals. Why would she need to? Why would she need to? I mean, there's some people you need to Google, and there's some people you don't need to Google. I mean, I've never Googled the royals until now when I am writing about Meghan, not writing, I'm making videos about Meghan and Harry all the time. So I want to know what's the latest news on these two amazing people. So I Google the latest news. But I would never Google Harry before Meghan and Harry became Meghan and Harry, or Princess Diana or anything like that. I mean, I was a huge fan of Princess Diana. Huge. I mean, I cried when she died like everybody else. My mom, my sister, and I went to London shortly after, maybe a few months later. After everything had died down, we stood in front of Kensington Palace and cried. I mean, but I'm not going to Google. Like, what is there to Google? I think you Google someone that you don't know already. It's like they're not already in the public sphere. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've never been in a situation like that where, I was dating some famous man or something. I mean, obviously I probably never will be, but I mean, if I mean, let's assume arguendo for kicks that like some famous man who's already in the public sphere and he's famous and he wants to date me. Oh my god, that's so funny. And and he's already famous. Why would I need to Google him? Unless, well, the funny thing is that I'm someone who I'm not really plugged in to society in the sense of like what's really going on. You know what I mean? I don't know a lot of famous people, if you will. I mean, I know the famous, uber famous people. I know Oprah, but I'm not going to Google Oprah. I know the Obamas. I'm not going to Google them. I know Rihanna. When I say no, let's put no in quotes. I'm not going to Google Rihanna. I mean, big names I know, but I mean, someone could be famous and I don't know because I happen to just live in a way that, that kind of, I don't sort of, I don't have a television, I don't have a radio, I don't listen to music, I don't, if it's a famous person in music, I absolutely don't know. I mean, I know Rihanna. I know Jay-Z and Beyonce, right? I mean, I know one of Jay-Z's songs. One. I don't know any of Beyonce's songs. Don't tell anyone. No, that's not true. There's a song she has recently that when I go on Instagram, um, it's like a short. What is it? Oh my gosh, what is she? It's like it has the F word in it. It has the F word in it, and the beat is okay. I like the beat. I like the beat, and I like the way people interpret it on social media. So, okay, that's Beyonce's song. I can't remember it right now. Or what else do I know? I know one of Jay-Z's songs. One. Okay. You know that one. I love New York, 'cause of the dreams are made of. You know that one? I love that one. That's the only song I know. But I'm someone I don't know. I don't know. So maybe I would Google under certain circumstances, depending on the situation, who is this and what is this person about. But the idea that Megan is, the devil because she said she didn't Google Harry. Why would she need to Google Harry? Harry is Harry. He's already in the news. He's in the media. He's the son of the Prince of Wales at that point. Um, it's like there's a familiarity there already that I don't think she would need to Google him. You know what I mean? It's like I think I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think in a natural way. I mean, let's, if I were dating Harry, I mean, Megan, I would never date Harry, but I'm just saying I wouldn't have to Google Harry. Why would Megan have to Google Harry? Harry is already like part of like the family or something. Like, he's just there, right? You don't have to Google him. She would more have to Google a guy. Let's say she had met some guy in a different industry, like I don't know, like a sports guy or something. And she doesn't, let's assume she doesn't follow sports. I don't know. I mean, I don't follow sports. Okay. The only sports guys I know are the guys that date the Kardashians. You know what I mean? Like Kim Kardashian dated Reggie Bush. He was a football player. I know this because of the Kardashians. I don't know anything about his work. Or Khloe Kardashian dates Tristan. I know of him because of all the horrific things that she seems to put up with from this individual, right? But I mean, I don't know sports stars. So I would have to Google every single one. Like, who is this guy, right? But why would Meghan have to Google Harry? I don't understand why people expected Meghan to Google Harry. Do you know what I'm saying? I finished this last night. I finished it last night. And with the hummingbirds and, letting the hummingbird fly away. And yeah, I mean, what did I think? Why do I have a stapling machine here? Well, to put it succinctly, I loved it. I loved the book. I didn't think he threw his family under the bus at all. In fact, I think he could have been more revealing and more candid about more things because, based on everything I've read, I feel like, okay, maybe they didn't have to leave in a way. I feel like it was, you know, difficult, but maybe they could have, exercised one of the other options, because there were five options. But I think what Harry has made clear in his book is that the royal family went to option five, which was the nuclear option. And, it wasn't what they really wanted. And because, yeah, things were a little sticky and icky, but, it wasn't so bad. And even his relationship with William, I mean, the fight, I've gone back and forth on the fight. I said it's assault, it's this and that. In the end, I mean, whatever, they had a fight. So what? Okay. They're brothers. Okay. That's it. They had a fight. William is very frustrated. William is frustrated because he sees his inheritance sort of, you know, blowing in the wind. I mean, he has his father and Camilla, who shocking. This was a shock for me that he's not BFF with his father and Camilla because he seems very BFF with his father and Camilla, but apparently he isn't, and he he's concerned about what are they going to leave him with, at the end of this, with the legacy that he's going to have to pick up this mantle and be king. He wants to make sure that he has something solid that he's picking up, and he's not going to be the king that, is going to end up with his neck on the chopping block, after his dad and Camilla are done with the monarchy, and after Harry and Meghan. Like, there was this one thing line where Harry and William went to see their dad or something, or have this phone call with him or whatever, and so Harry was trying to side with William, and then William turned on Harry and said, and and you too, Harry and Meghan. So William felt and feels, well, maybe no longer now that Harry and Meghan are gone, besieged, and the word Harry is like he feels aggrieved. And he does, because, this is his monarchy, and he feels like, the mere marrying of Meghan, oh my God, I mean, how do you marry her? What are you doing? She's not royal like us, and she's not British like us, and, she's not fully, Caucasian like us. I mean, what are you doing? This could make the British people crazy. And look, he's not totally wrong. I mean, it did make the British people crazy, and it does make some members of the British public crazy. And that it's enough that it could threaten the existence of the monarchy. It is an existential threat, because you don't need everybody in the British public to hate Meghan. You just need enough, to hate her, and enough could be 1,000, and that could be problems. And so, there's that. So in a way, you kind of like understand where William is coming from in terms of his, he has his own biases and prejudices, of course, but there is the reality of the British public, and you see it on social media, right? You see it in the press. I mean, it is they who own the monarchy. Right, they own the monarchy, like you said, Harry. Like you're their, you're a non-person to them, right? You are a possession of theirs. In the whole family, the royal family is possessed by the British public, right? You are royal pursuant to their permission, right? And they will take their permission away if you do things that displease them, like marry people that they think is not up to their standard, right? And yes, race is a huge part of it, right? I mean, your country, Harry, I'm sorry, you come from a royal family, yes, but they've done a lot of things. There's a deep, deep racist element to the things that they have done. Deep. And it is they who have informed over the centuries the British people of what it means to be British and what it means to be royal. And certainly, someone with even a small drop of African blood. I mean, in America, it's called the drop of black blood rule. It's a rule, right? I didn't make the rules. Don't shoot the messenger, Harry. This comes all the way back to the English people and the monarch and all of these things that were at the time, in the beginning formation stages of the United States. And, so now you're going to marry somebody that they literally designated as a non-person is below the law, right? Who has no rights. This is a property. This is a good. This is a tradable commodity. This human being is, and Meghan in part is that. And so now you're asking the British people to accept her as a potential future queen if, God forbid, something happens to, the ones, the heir, and the spare becomes heir. She's queen. They can't handle the thought of it, because they are so indoctrinated to think of people like Meghan and others as being below them, as being, as being non-persons. I couldn't believe you used that word, Harry, in your book. Okay. But in a different context. I mean, it was interesting to hear you say that you felt like a non-person. There are many, 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 many things that you said in your book, Harry, that were just like, gave me goosebumps. I'm like, wow. Right. I'm like, wow. Right. Um, but yeah, in the end, I think that your book was beautiful. absolutely beautiful. You and your co-writer or ghostwriter, whatever it was, did just amazing job. I mean, page turner. I did not think you threw your family under the bus. It's clear you love your father, but you were frank about, a couple of the things that he does that you don't like. And, that line with, was it William who said that Camilla was a stranger? That was interesting. I thought that was very interesting, the way that you guys think of Camilla, because it doesn't show in public. But yeah, loved Spare. Can't wait for it to become this is a movie, Harry. This is a movie. Speaking of Camilla, this one's on us. You were reading your first free article. Okay. So Queen Consort Camilla tests positive for COVID for the second time. Wow. Okay, see if it's on us. Can you please take this thing off? How do I get this off? Okay. Um, mm, so she has COVID for the second time. Well, look, I hope that she recovers. I don't wish illness on anybody. Am I the only person? I'm not bragging. I'm not bragging, okay? But am I the only person who never got COVID? I never got COVID. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Knock on wood. Knock on wood, because I know it could change, because I've become a little bit more sort of lax with my mask wearing. I still wear my mask, and people look at me like I'm completely like a weird granny because most people here have stopped wearing their mask. But I've been very militant about my mask, and so I don't know that if that's why. Well, I think that, and the fact that I live alone, and I haven't been kissing anybody, so that helps a lot, because I think a lot of people get it from other people, that they're living with, like they're kissing, whatever. They have COVID, you get COVID, so I didn't get it, but you know, I'm not bragging, because I know that could change at any moment. But so Queen Consort, what in the name of God did that consort? Why just take that out? It's so annoying. Like everybody sees through you. So just say it. Queen Camilla, okay? Queen Camilla. It's okay. Okay? Don't panic. Take it out. Consort. For what? Okay? So she apparently first said that it was a seasonal illness, and but now they're saying she has COVID for the second time, and she's 75 years old. I mean, she could survive it, because my dad got it at 77. My dad is 77, and he got it, and he has a lot of other issues with his health, and he survived it. So she will be okay, I think. But I mean, wow, wow.